Hello, my name is Dallin West, and I am going to be talking about my topic. It is called How We Choose Our Career in Accounting. Specifically, I want to help us come to the conclusion how we decide for us what career is best for us, what's best for our families, what's best for our lives, and how we make those decisions and those choices. Some of the things that make it possible for us to be able to make those decisions, our families, help us make decisions, our peers, and our friends. Specifically, they help us decide on sometimes what type of work we should do, what type of work we should go into, and it sometimes can be modeled after a type of work that a father does or a mother does, or a type of work that a friend or someone that you look up to highly has done in their life previously, or something that you just enjoy and want to be able to watch. I find that these people have influence. They make it possible for us to know what we should do, what our strengths are, and how we can be motivated to do the things that we wish we want to do. Before we can get into and decide what type of jobs we want to do, sometimes there are barriers. So some of those barriers include type of experience that you may have to have, some types of level of degree that you may have to have, and sometimes it will decide if you know somebody to be able to get into that line of work and be able to know exactly how to help them or how they can help you specifically. Sometimes you may need an associate's degree, something as simple as a 2-year degree. Sometimes you need a bachelor, a master's, and or a doctorate's degree, depending on how far along you want to go, depending on the type of work you want to get into. You could even start into a type of work that you do for a couple years and decide that it isn't for you, and that's totally fine. And to make that decision in your life to go back to school and to continue to prolong and extend and create more time in that field that you need to do, then that's something that will help you out in your future and that will benefit you. So the question still remains, though, if work experience or the level of degree or the type of degree that is required is more important. Usually that depends on the employer themselves. If they decide that grades, the type of level of education and what specifically your education was in, and or what kind of experience you may have in that field can also be all those things contributing to what is better and what is best. Now, working for the Big Four, that's a question that most people hear about, and a lot of talk that people have about is if I need to work for the Big Four. Should I work for the Big Four? Is it something that will benefit me? Absolutely, working for one of the Big Four will absolutely benefit you. Working for Ernst & Young, working for Deloitte, working for PwC or KPMG. All of those will look great on a resume. All of them will look great in general anywhere, and some people enjoy and will lock into that type of work with one of those companies forever. If that is a choice you want to do, that's totally fine. It doesn't have to, but if you decide to work there or not to work there, there are great opportunities out there to be an accountant in any way, shape, form, or fashion. In conclusion, the decision and how to make them, I think it's, for me specifically, it should be what motivates you, what makes you want to get up in the morning, what makes you want to earn that degree, what makes you want to earn that position, what makes you tick in the morning, what makes you go, what makes you want to work harder and become better and do better at your job every day. And to be able to do that, I don't think it should be taken lightly. I think it's something that we should look into and decide that this is something I want to do. This is something that I've looked forward to, and this is something that I've thought about for quite some time. Or sometimes it's, I want to just give this a shot and see if it works out, and whatever happens can happen. But I think that motivation can come from many different types of atmospheres, and it can come from many different types of backgrounds and any of those types of decisions. But the choice is ours, and when we make that choice, we can come to the conclusion of what we want to do for work and how we'll better ourselves.